I'm Valerie Bertinelli. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm so excited you're joining to cook along. Today, we are making sausage and pea pasta. I mean, it tastes like it's been simmering all day, but it really is easy enough for any busy night. The sausage and Parmesan rind really give the tomatoes so much flavor, you can even skip the jarred sauce. Before we begin, what I'd like you to do is have all of that sausage meat out of the casings and also fill up a pasta pot, okay? Let's get cooking. So we have our sausage meat right here, and this is spicy Italian sausage. I love using spicy Italian sausage. This is out of the casings. I also go to a grocery store that will give me the sausage already out of the casings. If you don't happen to have that choice, just take the casings off, really easy. So let's get our pot nice and heated up. Get a little fire burning under this pot. We want to get some olive oil in here so the sausage doesn't stick. Just a tablespoon or two. There we go. We're gonna get all that sausage in there. This is actually one of the ways I start my bolognese. I have spicy sausage in my bolognese along with some ground beef and sweet sausage because I think sausage just gives a meat sauce so much flavor. So what we want to do is get this to a nice heat and get the sausage sizzling. So let's just let that come up to heat. And while that's happening, I'm going to pull this beautiful piece of Parmesan here and take off the rind, because this rind is going to go into our sauce and that's going to flavor up the sauce. You're not going to eat the rind, but it really adds so much flavor. So let's cut that off. And I like to leave a good amount of cheese just because I like for all of that yummy cheese to be in my sauce. So there we go, right around there. We'll just put that to the side. And then we are gonna grate this later so we can just sprinkle it on top. But I hear the sausage starting to sizzle a little bit. So let me just get to it. Just break it up. It's actually a little bit easier to break up once it starts to brown a little bit. So I'm gonna give it a shot and just give it some time. In the meantime, I can grate all of this Parmesan cheese. I grab a bowl. I love Parm. Got that nice salty bite. Okay, so we need about a cup of it. I love a good amount of cheese sprinkled on top of my pasta. And it gives us something to do while we wait for the sausage to cook. There we go. So we can come over here and stir some of this meat up. And as it browns, it's really good to break it up. You've got a good amount of water in your pasta pot, so if you want to, you can go ahead and turn that burner on too. If you want to start the process of getting the water heated up to boiling, go ahead and do that. A lot of cooking relies on timing a lot of the time. So you're trying to get everything done at the same time. And this is one of those dishes that really come together all at the same time. And you can have it on the dinner table in no time, and only 5 ingredients. Now, the sausage doesn't have to cook all the way through because we are gonna let it simmer here for about 20, 30 minutes. We're gonna add some crushed tomatoes. We don't need to add any garlic because there's garlic in the sausage already. So what we're looking for is to just get the red out. We wanna get it just cooked through, and then we'll let it simmer and cook all the way through. What I'm trying to do too is get some really tiny pieces in here along with some big chunks. I like to taste both. But the rigatoni that we're using for the pasta, it's got those long tubes. So we want to make it small enough so some of this meat just gets all up in the pasta. that whole can in. Then what you want to do is just fill the can up with about a half a cup of water. That way you can get the rest of that luscious tomato sauce out of there. And you can thin up the sauce a little bit because it's going to cook down. You need to give it some time and some room to cook down. So I'm just going to get this stirred up. We don't really need any salt and pepper. There's so much flavor in the sausage. And that is going to mix all in with the tomatoes. And then we're going to add in our parm rind. And that's going to add some nice saltiness too. So you don't need to add any more salt. So let's get that rind right in there. Cover it up. You can pull that out later. We're going to cover this up. So that's going to simmer for about 20 minutes, maybe 30, depending on how long it takes to get your pasta done. So it's going to take a little while for this to come up to a boil. What we want to do is add some salt and a nice heavy dose of salt. This is where flavor is coming in. Again, why we're not salting the pasta sauce. So you really want to get some salt in there. Don't be shy. And that's going to flavor your water, which is then going to flavor your pasta. So I'm going to put the top on. Now, watch pot never boils. So we're going to come back in 20 minutes. Our pasta sauce will be close to done. We'll add the peas. We'll get our pasta in the boiling water, and we can put it all together. So come on back in 20 minutes. Press pause. Hi, welcome back. It's been about 20 minutes, right? Your water should be boiling, just like this guy is right here. A nice healthy boil. So we want to put a rigatoni in there. A whole pound goes in. Just wanted to show you these really quick. This is why this particular pasta is so fun with this sauce, because it's got these little tubes in there, and those are going to get filled with all the sausage and the peas that are coming along soon. So let's get these into the hot salted water. Let that come back to a boil. But always be sure to give it a stir once you put it in, because the pasta can stick to the bottom. So you just want to stir it every so often. You don't want the pasta to stick. There you go. Just give it a cut. Just toss it around a little bit every so often. Now let's look at our sauce, okay? Let's see how gorgeous it is. Oh, yeah. Give it a quick stir. That is lovely. Look at this parm rind. Okay, so what's happening here? With just 5 ingredients, you've got this sausage, and it's spicy, and it is flavoring the tomato sauce. And you have the tomato sauce flavoring the sausage. Then you have the parm rind in here, flavoring all of it together. And all you're gonna do is just give it time for all these flavors to get along and have some fun. The sauce is basically done. Let's cover it back up. We'll wait for that pasta to be done in about 12 minutes. So you're gonna press pause and come back and see me when that's done. Hi, thanks for coming back. Okay, right now your pasta should be done if it's been about 12 minutes. So let's take a look at it. You can go ahead and turn your heat off on both your sauce and your pasta. You have your frozen peas, your 5th ingredient, and those go right into the hot water. And we're gonna give that a quick stir. Oh, this looks so yummy. Okay, what I wanna do is just pull this up right now and let it start to drain. That's the great thing about these pots. You can just let them start to drain. Now let's take a look at our sauce. That looks beautiful. All right, let's get that rind out of there. It's in there somewhere. We'll find it. Where'd you go? Aha, here it is. All that flavor just went into our sauce. So now what we can do is get our pasta into the sauce. Let it drain a little bit more. Okay. Woohoo! It's a party. I think it just barely all fits. Now, while the pasta is still nice and hot and steamy, let's get that Parmesan on so it melts right on to the pasta. And then we're gonna mix that up. I'm almost tempted to grab the lid and shake it, but it's a little too heavy for that. So we're just gonna take our time and mix the pasta and the peas into the sausage and the tomato sauce. I almost wanna do like a scoop in a salad and really get it mixed up. Because you wanna get all that sauce that's on the bottom and bring it to the top. There we go, that's more like it. Yeah. When faced with the problem of a too small pot, you can always work it out. There's never too much pasta, ever. Let's get this scooped up. We want as much of that sauce. Pile a little mountain in here of pasta that looks beautiful. And of course, you always have to finish with a little more parm. That is gorgeous. This makes me very happy. I hope it makes you happy too. Shall we try a bite? I say we do. I mean, 5 ingredients, so much flavor. The sausage gives you so much flavor. The tomato sauce, of course, and those peas are a nice little bright pop in your mouth, but you know what really does it? That parm rind. It adds a nuttiness and a saltiness and a sharpness that you wouldn't get if you didn't put it in there. This is delicious. Your whole family's gonna love this.